Okay, so in this video I'm going to show you people how to cut your WORKOR, and we are using the original fenical material, lion head fenical material. So we are going to be very careful, when we are cutting. We're going to be very careful, and so let's get right into it. When you want to fold your material, it's either you use your hip or your chest measurement, depending on which one is bigger. You use the one that is bigger for it. So for this one, the hip measurement is 49, so you divide the 49 into 2 like this. Let's do the division together so you understand how you're going to do yours. Divide it like this. When you divide, and you divide again, So what we're going to do after you divide, look at what I'm doing now. I want to show you how you fold the material, how you're going to fold the material. So when we divide, we have 12 1/4. 12 1/4, you mark the 12 1/4 and you add this thing to it, 1 inch. We're using 1 inch to sew it, so you add 1 inch to the distance. So how you are going to fold a material, you measure now, so you know the way you're going to fold the material. We are using 13 1/4 to fold the material, so that is what we are going to do. 13 1/4. So let's just fold it now. That's 1/4. Okay, like this is okay. So next thing I'm going to do is to press the material. I'm going to press it down just so. And if you want to start cutting the material, you make sure that the head is facing the neck part. You understand? You don't need to turn it upside down. You make sure it is well aligned, so it will come out very nice. So I'm just trying to press this material down. I like pressing my materials before I start cutting, or before I even start marking. So this is what I'm doing. Okay, I'm done pressing it now. The next part is to get the full length, and the full length of this WORKOR is 38. Here is it 38. I will mark exactly 38. I will not add any extra inch for folding or anything. No, I'll mark exactly 38 inches. So that is that, and I will connect this ruler like this. So as you can see the head of this tiger, so meaning the head is facing this way, facing down like this, so meaning this part will be our neck area, and we'll take our shoulder slope from this part. So that is what we're going to do. So now we'll start measuring. So the shoulder of this WORKOR, okay, WORKOR is a traditional outfit for the Igbos. Any other tribe can wear it, but it is Igbo's traditional outfit. So the shoulder of this WORKOR is 19 and a half. 19 and a half. So this is 19 and a half. I'll add half inch to the 19 and a half also, like this. That's it. Then from this part, I will now measure the armhole. And we will use the chest measurement to get the armhole, and the chest is 48. If you divide 48 by 4, just the way we did that 49, divided by 4, to give you 12. If you did it will give you 12. So this is a 12. Mark the 12 like so, like this. Then at this part, this place here, I will measure the chest measurement, which is 12 also, 12 like so, and I'll add 1 inch allowance to it, like this. I hope this shop is showing very well. Let me confirm it's showing very well. Okay, showing well. So at this shoulder area, remember our shoulder is slanted, so I will slant the shoulder with 3 inches. You can use 3.5 or 4. I'm using 3 inches. Slant it with 3 inches like this. And I connect this line down to this part, and I'll connect from here to the exact chest measurement. Like this. So we'll get the midpoint between this part and this part. These two parts, we'll get the midpoint. So we'll measure. This is 9 divided by 2. You divide it by 2. You fold it like this, divided by 2. See, which is 4.5, and I'll mark like so, like this, and I'll come in from this line. See this straight line, this slanted line. We'll measure half inches from that place inward like this, like so. Then we'll use a French curve. You can use your free hand to just sketch it now. I'm using my French curve to do it. This, and I'll connect it around.
Is there no other sister? No!
Like
I'm
so.
happy with this sister.
Then I will connect the shoulder. This shoulder slanting. We've slanted the shoulder with 3 inches. I'll connect it down to this part, like this. Okay. I hope you people are getting what I'm doing. Don't worry, you get to understand everything. So this is the hip area. I will just mark the 49, the 12.25 here like this, and I'll mark the 1 inch like so. Connect it together. Connect it down to this part like so. And the WORKOR, the down part is not too curvy, just slant it a little bit, not too curvy, just a little slant. Just like this. This slant is okay. So I'm done cutting the front now, and I'm going to cut it out. When I cut out the front, then we'll cut the back. So let me cut out the front, then we'll go to the back. So I'm done cutting the front. So now go to the back now to cut it. So this is for the back. So this is what we are going to do for the back when cutting the back. This is the front. So for the back, we'll give extra 3.5 inches allowance. This is for the back side. There is this stuff at the back, like an overlapping design at the back of the WORKOR. So that is what that stuff will be. So we'll give the overlapping design to be 3.5 inches. 3.5 inches.
Understand? Take care of yourself.
So this is it.
I love you. I love you too. Oh, that's so sweet. I love that. Now what is it? I love it by mistake.
Let's measure if it is up to 3.5. It is not up to, so we'll shift the material a bit. Shift it a bit like so. This fenical material is very expensive, so if you're cutting it, you need to be very, very, very careful. This is the original one, so you don't need to spoil anything. You need to be very, very careful when you're cutting this material, because any mistake at all is very, very hard to correct. So we're just taking it slowly and very careful with what we're doing. So let me measure this up to 3.5. I don't know why this was not ready to be 3.5. Okay, it's okay like this now. So I'm going to press. Just going to press it like so. Just like this. I'm going to press. So I'm going to fold the 3.5 now. I'm going to fold it. When you touch your 3.5. Okay, it is up to. Making sure it is not more than 3.5. 3.5. This is not up to. So I'll press it. Like so. So I'm done now pressing it. We are going to place the front on it like this. So like so, making sure the head is moving the same way as the front. You understand? You don't need to turn the design, you need to follow the steps. So this is it, we're on track. So now we are going to extend our shoulder by 3 inches because we slanted the front 3 inches. We're going to extend it like so. 3 inch, 3 inch like so, and 3 inch we connect together. Connect it together like this. See? So now I'm going to cut it out. I'm going to cut it out. Like this. So now I'm going to fold it. You can mark your 1/2 inch or so as to be a guide. Okay, like so. So that's that. We turn the shoulder area like this. And we cut it down. Like so. Cut that this area out. So now we are going to cut the neck. I did a tutorial. I did a video on how you're going to draft your neck, how to get the exact measurement, when you're cutting your neck. So if you've not seen that video, do it to see it because I will not be able to explain the neck process here. I will just do the cutting and everything. So if you've watched that video, you understand what I'm doing now and you get everything. So if you've not seen the video, do have to see it. You need to. The neck is 17, so that's what we're working with, 17. Okay, so this is the cutting, the neck cutting. If you've not seen that video, the neck process, how to get your exact neck measurements and everything, you need to scroll back to can see that video. So now to get the armhole, we need to measure the armhole so we'll be able to cut the sleeve. So this is what you do. I'll measure this part. You know, this back side is a little bigger than the front, so I'll measure the back.
Yeah.
Okay, so I get the measurements we're using for the sleeve. So this is the cotton. I'll cut the sleeve now. Cut the sleeve now. When you're working with finical material with the tiger head or the lion head, anyone, you need to pay attention to the drawings, you know, the shape of the head and which side is facing up and which side is facing down. So that's the major part of this material. If you're working with this material, that's what you need to pay attention to. So now to cut the sleeve, I will not cut it together, I'll cut one after the other, so I'll be able to get the head and which side will facing down and all that. So the measurement is starting for the armhole measured on the top is starting. So I'll fold this material using 11 and a half. 11 and a half is okay. 11 and a half will give us 13 when we make that curve. I'll press. I'm cutting one hand now. I'll cut the other one when I'm done with this. That's that. I'm always careful when I'm working with this material. I don't know why. And I think you should be very, very careful. So the sleeve length is 18. So I'll use 18 and a half. I'll use 19. You know, I'm using 19. I will not add any allowance to this stuff. I will use another material to turn it inside. Then the other half inches is to join this sleeve to the shoulder. You understand? The sleeve length is 18 inches. I'm using 19, meaning we added 1 inch to it. So the 1 inch is for joining allowance for this side, the open. Now we use another material to turn it inside, while the other half inch allowance is to join it to the armhole, and that's that. So 19. Like this, then I'll connect it together. So from this part, this is how we're getting the curve. I'll come in by 5 inches. I'll come in by 5 inches. Then from this upper part, I'll mark 3.5, like so. You can use 3 inches using 3.5. From there, I'll make a curve. I don't want the curve to be too deep. Just like this, and you connect it. so. Then this part, the ram sleeve. So the ram sleeve is 16, Abi. Okay, the ram sleeve is 18 also. 18, which is divided by 2, 9. Then I'll add a 1-inch allowance, making it 10. So we'll measure this stuff. Remember when we measured it was 13 for the armhole. So we'll measure this one if it is up to 13. Okay, it is up to 13. We'll mark the 13. And we'll connect this part to the 13. Like this. So we are done with this sleeve. So we have to cut it out. So this is it. So remember our armhole for the top, if you notice, the back is a little bigger than the front. So I'm going to do that in this top. You see, this is how it's going to be. Not like this. This had to be the back. So this is the front. We are going to trim a little bit from it because the armhole of the back is bigger than the front. So we're going to trim a little bit. So I'm done with it. So that's that. Thank you for watching my video.